In 1989, I bought a brand new Dodge Ram quad cab 4x4 half-ton pickup truck. In the first 30,000 miles, it got 5 transmissions. So at that point, I swore off Ram trucks. My dad had always driven Fords. Before that, I'd always driven Fords. I traded that thing off on a 1999 one-ton quad cab diesel dually with a 7.3 in it. What a great truck that was. Pulled that thing all over the country, 5-horse trailer, never missed a beat. Fantastic truck. Fast forward to 2019, many Ford heavy-duty trucks later, I have now, guess what? Yep, it's a Ram. So I was in the market for a new truck and needed something a little bit bigger, more towing capacity. Was looking at the Fords. My last one was a 2005 F350 XLT 1-ton quad cab, single rear wheel. Was a great truck. I drove the snot out of that thing. But it did suffer from some of the Ford 6.0 issues. So that cost me some money, some downtime. And in doing my research, it seems like Ram trucks, especially the heavy duty models, in the last 10 years have gotten a lot better. The Cummins motor is pretty bulletproof compared to everything else out there on the market. The Power Stroke's a darn good motor as well. The Chevy Duramax seems to have a few more issues than what the Cummins and the Power Stroke do. But all in all, we just moved down here to St. George, Utah. As you can see by the scenery behind me, we are no longer in Illinois. With the mountains, pulling trailers for the business, we needed something bigger. So we were shopping for a car for my son. Happened to be at the Stephen Wade Chrysler Jeep dealer, Ram truck dealer. While he was messing around with his car, I wandered over and took a look at the Ram trucks. They had the end of the year sale going on, the employee pricing plus. So we took it for a shot. We took it for a drive. And you know what? We like it. So today I just wanted to do a quick walk around, introduce you to the truck. You're going to see it on the channel more. We're not going to do a lot of mods to it. It's probably just going to get a cold air intake and an EGR back exhaust system on it. Let it breathe a little bit more. This is the Cummins. It's not the high output. This is just the standard output. A little over 15,000 pounds of towing capacity, which should suit our needs. For the most part, what we're doing, pulling tool trailers, flatbeds with materials, and dump trailers. And the new dump trailer is going to be a 14,000 pounder. Right now we've got 12,000 pound dump trailers. So just going to kind of introduce you to the truck. There'll be some more videos coming. We've got a couple of tanks of gas run through it, coming up on 1,000 miles. Had it for a couple of weeks. Didn't want to do a video till I'd actually put a few miles on it. We do have a trip coming up here on Saturday. I'm leaving to go back to Illinois. Got to finish the house, take care of some business there. So we're going to be pulling the trailer about 1,700 miles across the Rockies. So we'll have some videos there. But for now, just wanted to introduce you to the truck. So this is a 2019 2500 with the Laramie package on it. The metallic, I forget what they call this, crystal metallic paint on it. Really sharp color. I really like it. They had a lighter gray that I liked as well. Like I said, this has got the standard output Cummins in it. Does not have the high output. For what we're doing, didn't see a need for that. Didn't see a need to pay the extra money for that. We also looked at the mega cabs, and those were pretty cool, but I need the bed length in for hauling materials. So we opted to go with the 6'4" bed. Almost went long bed, but then that's a big truck to get in and out of tight places on construction sites. So we do a lot of residential construction, so getting in and out of driveways, especially with trailers, can be a little bit difficult. Overall though, you know, I went back and forth between the 2500 and the 3500, and overall the ride on the 25 is very nice. It's a great ride, still gives me 15,000 pounds of towing capacity, which is going to fill most of our needs, at least off the bumper. We can do more off of a gooseneck, which we may end up adding to it if we get to that point. Again, we're hauling skid steers, mini excavators, and dump trailers. Dump trailers can get heavy when we're doing, you know, removing concrete. You fill up a dump trailer with concrete, you can get 14, 15, 16,000 pounds pretty easy in a 12 or 14 foot dump trailer. Ask me how I know, because we've done it. Even at a 12,000 pound dump trailer, one time I had 15 in it when I went across the scale. Whoops, sorry. Yeah, I didn't say that out loud, did I? But got the Laramie interior. Typically I've been kind of an XLT kind of guy in the Fords. As long as I get a power seat, I'm pretty happy with it. For long drives, I need to have that adjustment. But this time, because of the incentives they had going on, I was able to upgrade a little bit. I was looking at Lariats, but with the incentives going on these Rams, I was able to get up to the Laramie for not much more than what an XLT would have cost me. So it's got the leather and suede seat combination, got a lot of electronics on it, a lot of safety systems, which I really like. Didn't think that they would be as something I would like as much as I do, but after having them now for a couple of weeks, I've really kind of grown to appreciate them. This one has the large 12-inch screen in it. Let me see if I can get the camera in here a little closer. Again, not something that I thought I would use a lot. Kind of went, you know, big deal. But now that I've got it, it is a pretty nice option to have. That large screen for your backup camera, you can split the screen, have your navigation going, as well as then have your phone calls, radio, that kind of stuff. It really is kind of nice. Now, I'm worried to see how long it lasts, especially in a dirty, dusty environment, but we'll see. We got the 5-year, 100,000-mile warranty on it to cover all the electronics. A little bit dirty, the old kiddo's been in here. But overall, very roomy back seat, very comfortable. My 18-year-old son, who's 5'11", long-legged, sits back here, no problems whatsoever. Wife's ridden back there. Back cab, even though it's not the mega cab, still has got plenty of room in it. So, been very nice. Does have the remote tailgate release. Don't know if I'm going to use that or not. I'm sure it'll come in handy sometimes, but overall, been very, very happy with the truck. It's comfortable. You know, on the drives I've done so far, you know, longest I've done so far has probably been a couple hundred miles in it, in one stretch, and that's been a very comfortable ride. So, very happy with it. Had it off-road on some dirt and gravel roads so far. Again, suspension handles well. We'll see what happens when we get it loaded down with a trailer on the job sites, get it into some mud. So there'll be some updates coming on this stuff. But I did shoot a quick little video that I'll either roll in with this one or publish separately. One of the big things I was concerned with was gas mileage. And the gas truck I was driving before, half-ton, pulling trailers, I was lucky to get 6, 7, 8 miles a gallon. And when I drove it out here, coming over the mountains through New Mexico, that really sucked my gas mileage, and she struggled. And that's why we kind of said, you know what, it's time here. We need to get something a little bit bigger. And the year-end clearance was on, and just a heck of a deal. I mean, they really did well for us. It was a great deal. So, You know, as a Ford guy, this is my first Ram in a long time, since 1989. So we're looking forward to seeing how well this truck does and see how it holds up over the next 50, 100, 150,000 miles. And there'll be updates. Like I said, we're not going to do a lot of performance mods to it, especially with a lot of the things that have been happening here lately with the EPA regarding deletes, the fines they've been putting out to some of the manufacturers and some of the YouTube channels they've contacted because, you know, showing their deleted trucks. So we're not going to do a whole lot. Like I said, we're gonna open up the air box, get a cold air intake on it, and get a different exhaust on it, and see if we can't squeeze a little bit more power out of it that way, and a little bit better fuel mileage. But so far, I've been very, very happy. Drove about 100 miles yesterday on the highway, and I think I averaged, and we're here in the mountains, and I went from about 3,000 foot up to about 6,000 foot, I think it was, over a 30-mile stretch. And we averaged 21, 22 miles a gallon going up, and 24, 25 coming down. Now this is loaded, empty, no trailer, just the truck itself. Overall, my mileage has been combined city highway for the first tank of gas was 18.5, and I'm running about 18.4 right now. So been very consistent so far through the first couple of tanks of gas. We're going to do some videos on the trip back to Illinois, so you'll get a lot more information there, and we'll get some much better mileage reports. But this thing is quiet, it's comfortable, rides well, really like it, and so far the mileage has been great. So thanks for tuning in, guys. Please subscribe if you're not already a subscriber to the channel. Like the video, share it with your friends, ring the bell so you get notified of new videos, and stay tuned for more content. Let's welcome the new truck to the channel and see where she goes from here. Hopefully she's gonna hold up, do well. So far, very positive. Mileage has been good. Looking forward to it. Thanks, guys, and have a great day.
On the outside, looking in, I really wasn't sure what I was getting.